Atomic Habits by James Clear. Chapter 8, Advanced Tactics, How to Go from Good to Great. Welcome back to Billionaire Mindset Audiobooks. So far, we've learned the 4 laws of behavior change. Make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, make it satisfying. Now in Chapter 8, James Clear takes us deeper. He explains how to apply these laws at a higher level, how to move from being merely good at habits to becoming great at them. The Plateau of Latent Potential. Clear reminds us of an idea introduced earlier, the Plateau of Latent Potential. Progress is not always visible at first. You may work for weeks or months without obvious results. But like an ice cube melting at 32 degrees Fahrenheit, the change is happening below the surface. Advanced tactics help you break through that plateau and reach the next level. The Goldilocks Rule. One of the keys to long-term motivation is what Clear calls the Goldilocks Rule. Humans stay most motivated when working on tasks that are not too easy, not too hard, but just right, at the edge of their abilities. If a task is too easy, you get bored. If a task is too hard, you get discouraged. If it's just challenging enough, you enter the zone of flow. This is why athletes, musicians, and professionals constantly push themselves slightly beyond their comfort zone. To go from good to great, always stay in the Goldilocks zone. How to stay consistent. Clear emphasizes that mastery is not about intensity, it's about consistency. Anyone can have a burst of motivation for a week. True transformation happens when habits are sustained for years. Strategies for staying consistent. Identity reinforcement. Remind yourself, every repetition strengthens who you are. Tracking and accountability. Never break the chain. Use streaks, logs, or accountability partners. Focus on the system, not perfection. Even small lapses don't matter if the overall trend is consistent. Consistency compounds. Advanced habit shaping. Once habits are established, refine them. Optimize timing. Do habits at the most natural time for your energy. Optimize environment. Create multiple cues across locations. Optimize intensity, scale habits upward gradually. For example, if you've built a habit of walking daily, scale it to jogging, then running. If you've built a habit of writing 1 page a day, scale it to chapters. Beware of complacency. Success can become a trap. Once we achieve a goal, we may stop the habit that created it. Someone loses weight, then stops exercising. A student graduates, then stops learning. An entrepreneur makes money, then stops innovating. Clear warns, the purpose of habits is not to reach a finish line, but to create a lifestyle. Continuous improvement. The Japanese concept of Kaizen, continuous incremental improvement, is central here. Never stop refining your habits. Ask, how can I make this 1% better? Adjust systems regularly. Stay curious, keep experimenting. This mindset keeps you improving long after the initial success. Practical applications of advanced tactics. Stay in the Goldilocks zone. Keep habits challenging, but achievable. Build consistency. Focus on daily repetition, not perfect intensity. Scale habits gradually. Once established, level them up. Avoid complacency. Remember, the habit is the lifestyle, not the goal. Apply continuous improvement. Seek small upgrades every week. Conclusion of Chapter 8. Chapter 8 shows us how to go beyond the basics of habits. It's not enough to start habits. You must sustain them, refine them, and continuously improve them. Remember, motivation peaks when habits are just hard enough. Consistency is more powerful than intensity. Habits are not finish lines. They are foundations for lifelong growth. In the next chapter, we'll dive even deeper into mastery and explore how to maintain habits over the long run, even as life changes. Stay tuned for Chapter 9, How to Break Bad Habits and Stick with Good Ones Long Term.